our country's history. People came from Canada, they came from Montana, they came from Nevada, they came from everywhere because they knew there were 93 men trapped. They didn't know that 91 of them were already dead. They felt like, we're going to get in there and we're going to get those guys out, because that's what miners do, and mine rescue people are all about that. They're heroic and they do a tough job. So they all started coming around 2. It's going to be for no reason except for those 2 guys. I want to point out this, it's all about the layout of the mine. It wasn't even recorded properly by the owners where these different levels were and how to get to them. So if I hand you a road map that tells you how to get to my house, but if it's the wrong direction, you're not going to get there. This is the part, of course, of the book and the story and everything that I think about the most. I think about those families that sat there on the surface and they waited for over a week. Now, a lot of the people that were working the rescue operation knew that a lot of the guys were already dead. They were still trying to find, working their way down, trying to find some survivors. But these ladies, most of them moms and kids, they didn't know that. They were all hoping that, that their dad or their husband or brother would come out alive. And it was a long, long wait. So remember the borehole we talked about? That's going to be the path to rescue Tom and Ron. And they used this rescue capsule here. It took a long time. It wasn't like overnight to get them. This is Tom coming out of the mine. They survived on, they survived on a sandwich, a tuna fish sandwich that Ron told me was the rankest thing he ever ate because it had been in that hot mine for several days. They went and got lunches that other guys hadn't eaten that day, because remember, it happened around lunchtime. Yeah. And Ron told me, he said, I found a snack pack Hunt's pudding. Joe, remember those? It was a little can of pudding. He said, I was saving that for the very end. And he never ate it. And there they are. The thing about those 2, they were, I interviewed them a lot of times, and I'll just tell you this aside about it. They were men of few words, and here's how it goes. Ron, what was it like underground all those days? And he would say, dark. And I said, oh, okay. I'm thinking, how dark? Really dark. What did you do? Well, we just sat there. I was thinking of some great heroic survivor tale, and I did finally get more out of them, but both of them were kind of like that. I mean, they certainly were grateful to live, but they lived, and Ron is dead now, Tom's still alive. They lived with this idea that, they survived, and everybody else was dead, and they got a lot of heat for that. It really affected them. Like, you think you want to be the one to survive, but it's kind of hard to be the only one.